Coming up, a handover ceremony of prefab classrooms is held in Bohol of the Philippines. In China, a furniture company donates their products to a patient recovering from a bone marrow transplant. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Mary Lee. Thank you for joining us. Following the earthquake in Bohol, Philippines last October, after conducting various disaster surveys, Tzu Chi volunteers decided to build 150 prefabricated classrooms for 16 affected schools. The assembly of the classrooms began in mid-June, and by July 5th, all 150 classrooms were completed and handed over to the school.
3 classrooms from the Tzu Chi Foundation.
A simple ribbon-cutting ceremony marks the opening of 3 prefabricated classrooms here at Carmel Academy in Bohol. Tzu Chi volunteers from Manila and Cebu are also here to celebrate this joyous occasion with students and teachers.
We are very thankful for the Tzu Chi Foundation for giving us these 3 classrooms. We named the 3 classrooms in the 3 virtues. Dito sa isang classrooms, ito tinatawag naming classroom of humility. Yung sa gitna, classroom of loyalty. Yung sa dulo, classroom of honesty.
Dito ko nakapasok sa... I am extremely happy to be able to study inside these new classrooms. I also took part in the assembly of the classrooms, so I feel very pleased.
Following the earthquake in Bohol last October, after surveying the extent of the disaster, Tzu Chi decided to assist 16 affected schools to rebuild. Assembly of prefab classrooms began in mid-June, and by beginning of July, the handover of these classrooms were mostly complete.
Thank you very much, and it is really a great help for us in the Catholic schools, especially the diocesan schools, because we really don't have the funds to build, even for the temporary classrooms, and this is really great help for our bishop is really happy about this project. Thank you so much.
Really a great help for us, no? Because without the Tzu Chi Foundation bringing these 8 classrooms, where are we going to place all these students, no?
To all of you Tzu Chi people, thank you very much, and I love you. Once again, good afternoon.
The opening of the classrooms is a joyous occasion for teachers, students, and parents alike. Now able to study in a safe and pleasant environment, students can continue their studies with peace of mind.
As part of the Tzu Chi Foundation's large-scale rice distribution in the Philippines, on July 4th, Tzu Chi volunteers conducted another 2 distributions in Quezon City. As many residents were on the brink of starvation, the 20 kilograms bags of rice were nothing less than a gift from the heavens.
Mahirap nga kailangan gawin dahil 4 yung estudyante ko, yung baon sa araw-araw.
It is because of love that a mother faces life's challenges head-on.
My child is in kindergarten now, but I have no time to take care of him. If I didn't sell sticky rice cakes to sustain us, we will all starve, so I don't have a choice.
Also a father of 4, Ronaldo Sepe, a street sweeper, has a dream.
I have to work even harder to support my children through school. My dream is for them to successfully complete high school and not wander around in the streets.
Mona Ramos and her family are on the brink of starvation.
We barely have enough to eat. Sometimes our neighbors will share their food with us. It's truly moving because it's not very often that we get to eat a proper meal.
Despite their hardships and poverty, residents of Quezon City have never given up hope, as they know there is light at the end of the tunnel, just like they also have Tzu Chi volunteers' love. Volunteers conduct 2 rice distributions into communities in Quezon City, with the 20-kilogram bags of rice bringing hope to every family.
This help came just in time because my husband is not working this week. We're so thankful for the Tzu Chi Foundation.
Grabe ang kasiyahan kong nararamdaman ko. Dahil kamukha ngayon, tama-tama, wala naman kaming pansaing. Napakaswerte naman. Kahit pa paano, nabigyan kami ng
In China's Guangdong, we meet little boy Liang, who was born with thalassemia, which is a blood disorder. However, with the help of the Tzu Chi Stem Cell Center in Taiwan, Liang was able to undergo a transplant surgery to cure the condition. After 18 months of recovery, the boy and his family were finally ready to go home. But in their absence, the furniture in their home had become full of mildew. In response, Tzu Chi volunteers enlisted the help of a furniture company in Dongguan to deliver the new furniture for the Liang family to use.
This is Liang, who was diagnosed with thalassemia when he was born. At the end of 2012, the Tzu Chi Stem Cell Center found him a match and a chance to recover from the congenital illness. After their son's transplant surgery, Liang's parents stayed on in Guangzhou to ensure Liang's recovery. Tzu Chi volunteers were also around to help them through this difficult time. Seeing that Liang was recovering well, the family decided to move back home. However, they found their furniture was all mildewed. Tzu Chi volunteers posted the family's situation online and soon received one furniture company's kind offer. The next day, the company delivered brand new furniture to the family's doorsteps. Noticing stains on the floor, the workers also helped with some cleaning. Receiving the love of others once again, Liang's mother takes a moment to express her thanks.
Without Tzu Chi and other kind-hearted people, I don't think our family would have been able to go through these hardships.
Thanks to Tzu Chi and the compassion of one furniture company, Liang and his family are ready to start a new chapter in their lives.
As part of our continuing reports on Chen Tuanzhi's journey towards a brighter future, today we learn more about the girl's surgeries and how Tuanzhi has overcome the pain while working on her rehabilitation.
I faced the previous 3 surgeries calmly. When I was heading for my first surgery, Superintendent Chen was there by my side. I wasn't worried or scared because I believed in him and his medical team. Before the second surgery, I didn't see Superintendent Chen and I was a bit nervous. I always have a smile on my face before each operation, but always come out with a frown. After the third operation, I cried because the pain was unbearable.
The process of treating the deformity of Chen Tuanzhi's knees has not only been difficult but also extremely risky. Thus, the medical team has undertaken each step with extra caution.
The most difficult part is that there are a lot of nerves and blood vessels beside the bones. We need to be extra careful during the operation and not damage them.
During the surgeries, an angiography along with an ultrasound was used to keep track of Tuanzhi's blood circulation.
When we were stitching up her legs, we first checked the Doppler flowmetry to make sure Tuanzhi had a stable blood circulation. We saw that everything was fine. In fact, her blood circulation was better than before.
Honor Superintendent Chen Yinghe even put on Tuanzhi's rehab footwear to demonstrate how she will walk after the operation.
With the help of rehab footwear, we will be able to predict the way she will walk in the future. As her attending doctor, I'm just as excited and anxious to know what she will be like after all the surgeries.
Whenever Superintendent Chen is in Hualien County, he always makes it a point to visit Chen Tuanzhi to check on her rehabilitation progress.
Superintendent Chen always talks softly and is very kind to Tuanzhi. I think he is nicer than Tuanzhi's father. Sometimes Chuanzi's father will yell at her. I have never met a doctor like Superintendent Chen.
Sometimes Superintendent Chen will kneel down to talk to me. I'm extremely moved by this humble gesture.
两岸慈善组织再次合作，帮助同安女孩陈团智前往台湾治疗。
The collaboration between the Tzu Chi Foundation and the Shaman Charity Federation made news on Shaman Start, a television channel in Shaman, China.
Right now, you have already received 2 operations. How do you feel physically? Are you confident that the upcoming surgery will be successful?
I feel at ease because I believe in Superintendent Chen. He is a skillful doctor.
Following 2 successful surgeries, Chen Tuanzhi can finally step out of the hospital ward to visit DaAi TV's Hualien office. During her visit, Tuanzhi expressed her wish to one day be able to stand on her own 2 feet.
My body hasn't touched the ground since I arrived in Taiwan. It feels like I am walking. I still can't believe that my legs are straight. It's like a dream come true. For the past 26 years, I have been waiting for the chance to stand on my own 2 feet.
Yesterday, we told you that essential oils do have an effect on our body. They can help us soothe our mind and make us feel refreshed, while some might even have medicinal effects. However, there are those who are allergic to essential oils. As the import of essential oils has climbed steadily since 1999, so have the cases of contact dermatitis. Here's an in-depth look. This is Cunninghamiya. It has a distinct aroma. This tiny bottle of liquid is also full of the tree's scent. Just how is the smell of such a large object transferred into such a tiny bottle? It is done through the still, where the essence of a material is extracted through the help of steam. Let's head to the lab now.
This is what we prepared earlier. The wood has been pulverized.
The transparency of this apparatus allows us to see clearly just how essential oil is collected.
When the vaporized oil rises up as steam, it will begin to cool down and revert back into the liquid form as it hits this condenser.
With a still, the fragrance of just about anything with a scent, such as a tree, leaves, or flowers, can be extracted. By cooking the original material in water for 8 hours, its oil will be separated. Through heating and condensing, essential oil and hydrosol will be produced.
We are not collecting materials directly from the organism. It is what we call secondary metabolites. Due to the substance's volatility and low chemical property, we can extract it through distillation, and we call the substance essential oil.
Though there are other methods of extraction, in a nutshell, an essential oil is the collection of volatile compounds extracted from a plant.
Some essential oils may contain well over hundreds of kinds of compounds, so even if it's just a specific part of a plant, essential oils are really a complex mixture of various substances.
Natural plants are full of allergens. Rose oil, tea tree oil, citrus oil, and a wide variety of essential oil-based products all contain well-known allergens.
The essential oils of tea tree, lemon, and cinnamon all have more than 2 known allergens. Another way to look at it is that one allergen may appear in more than just one essential oil, such as geraniol, which appears in a total of 6 popular essential oils. Through studying clinical cases, doctors realized that since essential oils were imported in bulk in 1999, cases of contact dermatitis have also risen.
In our clinic, we have mostly seen masseuses who massage with essential oils and have developed an allergic reaction. Both of their hands are often seriously inflamed. Some will even have blisters. The itch is unbearable. Some of their hands have already begun to rot.
However, the symptoms are not limited to hands. A patient was hospitalized when he tried to treat athlete's foot with tea tree oil. Another patient was unable to stop coughing after breathing in essential oils. There are even cases where hormone levels are affected.
The New England Journal of Medicine reports that prolonged use may lead to gynecomastia. Essential oils may contain endocrine disruptors, which will interfere with children's growth, so pregnant women and children should simply stay away from essential oils.
However, is not all natural the best? Not to mention, there are many who stand by the oil's positive effects. What it really boils down to is buyer beware. For those who want to try, they need to carefully observe their body's reaction.
Nowadays, all the flavor and fragrance agents are synthetically produced. Those cause allergies as well, as the chemical structure is the same. They just replicate the most effective compounds, such as isoeugenol, which is very common in essential oils and is a known allergen.
So if something smells nice, does it mean it is good? At a contact dermatitis study conducted by National Taiwan University Hospital, 8 scented related compounds are found to cause the condition. So the smart thing to do is to not take others' word for it and dive into something blindly. Be a well-informed consumer, or you will be the one who pays the price.
Next up in Malaysia, we meet Johnson, a factory worker for Barangang. Struggling to put his children through school, Johnson received scholarship subsidies for his children through Tzu Chi's Happy Campus program. While joining Tzu Chi volunteers on home visitations, Johnson came across many families in far worse straits than himself. Hence, he decided to give up Tzu Chi's aid to help those in greater need. But first, we joined students at the Tata Gun Basic Education Post-Primary School in Myanmar as Tzu Chi volunteers arrived with scholarship subsidies.
As children return to school after their summer holidays, classes are once again in session here at the Tategun Basic Education Post-Primary School. Of the 12 schools Tzu Chi is assisting to rebuild in Tanyin Township, construction saw the fastest progress here. Come break time, students marvel at their new classroom and can't wait to have classes inside. Since the launch of the scholarship program in 2011, each year Tzu Chi volunteers will distribute scholarship subsidies to impoverished students. It is expected that Tzu Chi will help some 2,700 students in Tanyin this year.
The list we have has been provided by the school's teachers. Many of these children are either without parents or come from single-parent families. Many have dropped out since they can't afford their tuition. We hope that through such scholarship support, children may continue their studies and not have to worry about their tuition. At the same time, we also encourage these students to be hardworking and strive forward diligently.
With Tzu Chi volunteers' sincerest blessings, these children are ready to boldly pursue their dreams and a better future. Translating from Tamil to Malay, thanks to the help of Johnson, home visitations are conducted more efficiently.
She has diabetes, high blood pressure, and poor eyesight.
At this moment, Johnson's role is crucial because he can help us better understand this family's background.
Hello. Seeing families worse off than himself, despite having 5 children to feed and earning a mere $250 a month, Johnson decided to forgo Tzu Chi scholarship support for his children.
I always wonder if there could be anyone who is worse off than me. It wasn't until I joined the volunteers on home visitations that I saw others who were in greater need. I'm relatively blessed compared to them.
Now, Johnson's biggest wish is to become a Tzu Chi volunteer.
There are some obstacles I need to overcome, but when I think of the many obstacles the master went through to establish Tzu Chi, I tell myself now that I can.
With a heart to help others, Johnson's life is no longer filled with self-pity, but contentment and gratitude.
In Taiwan's Hualien at the Jingsi abode, 220 Tzu Chis from home and abroad participated in a training seminar where they exchanged ideas and vowed to bring Tzu Chi's message back home. Meanwhile, in the United States, we see how the children who attended a summer camp held by the Tzu Chi New Jersey chapter learned the importance of environmental protection and filial piety.
Young participants show energy and spirit when doing their morning exercises. At the summer camp organized by the Tzu Chi New Jersey chapter, children are here to learn how to live together harmoniously.
I'm sure she's responsible for herself more because she's not with me, and I want her to learn that, to be more independent.
Making snacks for their parents, the youngsters carefully arrange the food on the tray before serving. Later, they personally deliver the handmade snacks to their parents.
When I ate the food he made for me, I was very moved and wanted to cry.
For some experienced participants, taking to the stage to share their ideas is as easy as breathing. However, for first-timers, it is a bit stressful.
我们欢迎到的是丽娜，欢迎丽娜。
One volunteer brings Nina one step closer to the audience.
Okay, good. Go. 加油。
Nina, you are the best.
With the audience encouragement, Nina overcomes her fear and starts to talk.
Yesterday we made some dishes. That is my favorite activity. I met some good friends here.
Well, I think it's important that she learns different cultures, and I think that coming here has been a great experience for her, and appreciation of others, not just herself.
A blacklight theater and shadow puppet show give students a chance to learn the importance of environmental protection. Later, everyone comes together to pray for a world free from disasters. Walking each step with commitment, 220 Tzu Chi collegiate youth volunteers are heading towards the Jinse boat in Hualien. At this year's Tzu Chi training seminar, Tzu Chi collegiate youth volunteers from home and abroad gathered in Hualien to learn from their counterparts. Chen Youchun vows to dedicate himself to Tzu Chi's missions and recruit more like-minded people once back home.
I hope to bring whatever I learned here back home and share with my fellow Tzu Chins. We need to work with extra effort to lay the foundation for Tzu Chi.
During the seminar, young volunteer Yang Kai-chen from the United States seizes the opportunity to share his Dharma lessons with his Tzu Chi brothers and sisters.
Learning the Dharma, practicing the Dharma, and spreading the Dharma are the three things we should not ignore. We must not alienate ourselves from others. Instead, we need to actively form affinities with those around us.
Reaching out to the less fortunate, these youngsters vow to shoulder even more responsibilities in spreading Tzu Chi's love and message, making the world a better place to live in.
At the end of the show, we join Malaysia Tzu Chi volunteers at an exhibition held at the Batu Pahat Liaison Office, where they introduced environmental ideals and Tzu Chi's culture to community members. Meanwhile, team of doctors were also on hand to conduct a free clinic. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for watching DaAi Headlines. See you next time.